I didn't really want to do another makeup, get ready with me kind of thing, but we don't have another option because we're running a little bit late. Oh my god, so I want to clarify because I was telling people that like, oh, I'm stopping doing readings. I am not going to do so many. I'm still going to do them, but you might not even realize it because I might use the same like payment setup and it'll have a bunch of availability, but like I know I'm limiting it. I'm only doing like X number a week. So I will still have some readings open because I don't want to completely stop meeting with people, but I just need to limit it a lot so I can work on my creative things. Because even today, like I always see at least 2 clients in a row. Sometimes it's 3 in a row, sometimes it's 4 a day if I do 2 and 2. I mean, I can bounce back and do other things after that, but I can't lie and say that energetically that doesn't take a lot from me just to hold space for that many people in that way. So it's not like if I'm doing a heavy client day, it's not the day that I'm also generally filming my like 12 forecast. I'll do that on a day that I have like 1 or 2 clients, not 3 or 4. So I just need to tone it down so I have the energy and I don't want to say physical energy because I can endure and go through literally anything. Like I don't think you guys know, like even though I'm like small, I guess you can kind of tell that I'm fit or whatever. I just literally I don't even know what it's like to be like, oh, I'm going to not have the endurance for this. I know what it's like to fail in like a lifting set. I genuinely don't know what it's like to be like, oh, I'm tired and I can't run this or carry this on physically or mentally. I just keep going. So I can do it, but knowing how creativity does require the calmness to have things come into your field, and you can look this up, that things like yoga nidra or non-sleep deep rest, like watch Andrew Huberman's creativity or dopamine, like his podcast and his research that he compiles, which has helped me a lot in my own understanding of creativity, shows that go is not super conducive for creativity if you're not allowing for the ability of randomness to come into your perspective, because true creativity is putting things together in a new and novel way that is aesthetically pleasing. That is what is like a marker of really pleasing creativity. So if I am doing 3 to 4 readings a day, literally 7 days a week, I don't take weekends off because I know for some people that works better. So I generally do every day open, but I'll limit certain amounts. But for now, I was doing like every single day, I'll allow 3 to 4 readings. And then if it adds up to more than like if it adds up to more than 15 a week, then I don't take that anymore. And I'll have to take days off for travel. Travel days, I just don't do any readings. It's too hectic. But it generally does get to a point where I know it's taking away from my creativity. Long story short, I'm not doing readings. I'm just limiting it so everyone can like hold your tits and know that we're okay. We're not completely stopping readings. Anyway, as a result of this, people were like freaking out and on calls and like, oh no, and I'm like, no, bro, it's okay. You'll still get a reading from me. It might just be in a different situation or I haven't figured out because I'm migrating my daily and weekly horoscopes over to Passes, which is it's a really cool company founded by like Lucy Guo, and it's basically a better hosting platform for courses, for content, etc. It's just going to be a tier, so you'll pay per month like a small fee to get access to those. I feel like that's better energetically because these aren't the things that perform very well on social media, but they're what like my dedicated following really wants. So I will still have the monthly forecasts on YouTube, but I'm going to put my daily and weekly horoscopes likely behind that subscription on Passes. So I'm going to get into what I actually want to talk about in this video, and this is something near and dear to my heart, very serious. It is the zodiac signs and their houses in Harry Potter. So this is not something that I think needs to be such a political issue, but it is. And I remember when I talked about this in like fucking 2020 on TikTok, this was like pre-cancellation, but cancellation. It was an ordeal. So this does not mean that you with your sun sign only apply to this. Obviously, this is the archetype of the sign itself. So it's not as if I think that because you have an Aries sun, you are necessarily a Gryffindor. But I do think that the sign, the essence of the sign itself for Aries is clearly Gryffindor energy. So we'll just get right into it. Starting with Gryffindor. I think Gryffindor is clearly all of the fire signs. This does not mean that like all the other houses are each sign or each element, but I think all the fire signs are Gryffindor. There's just no way around it. Aries has that pure spirit, that just like impulsivity of a Gryffindor, because Gryffindor is pure. It's just like loyal. It's a little bit boring. Like, these people don't consider, I don't know, pranks, I feel like Gryffindor. I don't want to say boring, but Gryffindor is really nice. It's really wholesome. Like, I can't really, I mean, I have a lot of Leo. I can kind of relate to Gryffindor in the like, we're going to change the world energy. But Aries, clearly Gryffindor. There's literally no other option of Aries spirit. Leo, clearly Gryffindor. I mean, Leo being this like heart, this entertainment, this just pure playfulness and wanting to help the world in a very artistic way generally. Very, very Gryffindor. And Sagittarius, some of this just got into my mouth and I remember that it's sweet. I think they put a little bit of sugar or some sweetener in the milk chocolate bronzer so that if it gets to your mouth, it's a little bit sweet. Anyway, clearly Gryffindor is fire signs. There's no way around it. The purity of heart, the motivation, the literal fire, like the red color, Gryffindor, definitely. Now, if we get into Ravenclaw, because I feel like going to Ravenclaw next, I believe that Ravenclaw is Gemini, Virgo, and Libra. So if Ravenclaw is a very, I want to say nerdy, mental, fast-paced information energy, like Ravenclaw is badass nerd. That's the way I would describe it. Kim Possible is a Ravenclaw with a little bit of Gryffindor, I'd say. I think that Gemini and Virgo, no-brainer Ravenclaw. They are ruled by Mercury, Mercury being the planet of communication. Some people might think that Gemini is Slytherin. I don't think so. I think they're just a more nitpicky, more conversational kind of, I think Gemini is much more Ravenclaw than it is Slytherin. So I stand by that. I wonder if the 2020 Maren version stood by that. I'm just curious because I feel like I already hear people thinking that Gemini is Slytherin. I don't think so. I think Gemini is Ravenclaw. Simply because Ravenclaw has that super bubbly conversational energy that is very like research based. Like I feel like Ravenclaw is the overachiever. No, actually Gryffindor is the overachiever, but Ravenclaw is definitely the nerd. So Gemini and Virgo, definitely Ravenclaw. Like Virgo is the archetype of the cute girl in the library studying with like messy bun sweats but looks really cute. That's super Ravenclaw because Ravenclaw isn't loud or obnoxious, but it's definitely very, I'd say Virgo is more Ravenclaw than Gemini slightly because Gemini is a little bit more extroverted and also a little bit more of a snake. We'll just go there, we will go there. Libra I think is Ravenclaw because of the social and informational edge still. Because Libra's very logical and judicial, and I don't think that fits very well with anything else. If I had to pick something else, I'd fucking do Hufflepuff for Libra, frankly, but I think it's more Ravenclaw by the information, chit-chat, social energy of it. So we're gonna do Gemini, Virgo, Libra, clearly Ravenclaw. That's decided upon by me as the chief person that is doing this. Now, the house that I think we all actually care about the most deep down, at least me as a member of this house, is Slytherin. I view Slytherin as a calculating, strategic, tactile energy. Some may say reptilian. I don't really know what that means, but it resonates with me. So I am a clear member of the reptilian elite cabal, for those of you that want to judge me about that. I identify as a reptilian. For Slytherin, which like I said is a very strategic, tactile, like cold planning energy, I believe that it is Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Scorpio, I think, is Slytherin because I just simply don't know any other sign of intensity that would fit like Slytherin does. I think we can all agree. Okay, my friend is on her way because we're going to the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest in Westchester. I think we can all agree that Scorpio is Slytherin. The calculated, serious, private quality, the intensity, very Slytherin. If you had to do something else, it would be Ravenclaw, but like definitely more Slytherin. Capricorn, I think, is the epitome of Slytherin because Capricorn is so tactile, so strategic. In fact, that's the way that I literally describe Capricorn placements, is tactile, strategic, and goal-oriented. that is very, very Slytherin, and I feel like that's the epitome of Slytherin. Because Slytherin can be a little bit like, I think that Slytherins have a lot of fear in them. Gryffindor has a lot of courage and pride. Slytherin has, oh my god, Siri is on. Slytherin is very more fear and more, like, dark based, and Capricorn is a more fear-based sign of, like, what are the threats and what do I need to eliminate. So I think that is the epitome. And then Aquarius is a more extroverted but still very Slytherin energy, with the calculatedness, the coldness, the little bit more, you could say, detachedness than Ravenclaw. Like, Ravenclaw is more social. Slytherin is more tactical. I think Aquarius fits, so I would go Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius are all Slytherin. Then for Hufflepuff, I feel like this is, I mean, the people left, but there's no real argument here, is Taurus, Cancer, and Pisces. I don't view Hufflepuff as weak. I just view it as, like, cute and cozy. Where is my other sponge? There are 2 sponges here. That's sad. I could have used either of these today. I don't like, so I'm weird. I'm not weird, I guess. So when I use a sponge, I use it twice. Because I only use one side when I'm doing my face. So I can wet it twice and use the other side. I forgot that I had only used this once, so I wet this one and used this one today. And it annoys me to, like, overuse or waste things. I use one sponge twice, and then I put it aside. I use the other one twice, I put it aside. I use the third one twice, I put it aside. Then I wash all 3. This was just annoying to me, is wanting to save and condense resources. Hufflepuff is a very nurturing, sweet, chill kind energy. So having Taurus there, I feel like, is understandable because Taurus is very grounded. Taurus doesn't start shit. Taurus is kind. Taurus wants to play in a meadow and in a field. Cancer, I feel like, is also a little bit obvious because Cancer just wants to hug everyone, be happy, and, like, play with flowers. It doesn't mean, like I said, they're weak at all by any means. Cancer can, like, manipulate the shit out of you and make you wish that you never hurt them. But these signs are not in their nature aggressive or very serious usually. They're usually pretty nice. Where the fuck is my eyebrow gel? There we go. They're usually more, like, open, lighthearted, meadow energy. So Taurus wants to just be barefoot in the kitchen. Cancer wants to be snuggled under the covers, and Pisces wants to hug everyone and be happy and do MDMA with them, basically, which might be the more provocative manifestation of Hufflepuff, but is still very Hufflepuff. So let me know. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and my hair, and then we're going to head out and I'll document going to Harry Potter and all. But let me know how you feel about these delineations of the signs as Harry Potter houses. I feel I'm accurate because it's me, but I wonder what your take is, and let me know your house below. I am a Virgo Sun, Libra Moon, Capricorn Rising. Clearly a Slytherin. I have a ton of Slytherin everything in my house, and I am a King Cobra Patronus, verified on multiple levels, which should surprise no one. Heading out and wearing my red Power Ranger outfit because I couldn't be bothered to, like, I'm gonna have a huge coat on the whole time. So this set is, like, very just, it's such an easy look because it's just pants and then this top. It's so easy. Like, there's no thought. There's no accessories needed. That literally my outfits are so easy. I don't know how people do these fucking, like, tight jeans, whatever. No. But this jacket is fire. I'm gonna have it underneath a huge jacket, but I figured for now, why not have this, like, underneath in case I get pictures at Harry Potter? Probably not because it's gonna be fucking freezing, but we'll see. Back from the Harry Potter experience, I'm not taking my coat off because I'm really cold. I'm really tired. I'm just gonna sit in front of my heater and tell you how it is. Oh my god, this is hard to do in a huge red marshmallow thing. Anyway, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I cannot in good faith recommend that you pay like over $100. It was like $170, I believe, for the ticket, $140, something ridiculous for the ticket. So you drive up to, like, upstate New York. It's like an hour to an hour and a half outside of the city, whatever. You Uber, you're suddenly in the fucking, like, nymph lands. You get outside of Manhattan, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh my god, nature. Oh, right here. Whoa, trees. So you pull up, and it's a little bit confusing how to enter. Like, there's a huge parking lot. There's a little tent. I had a lot of difficulty. We walked around for a little while trying to figure out where to enter. You enter, and there's a nice little, like, setup of huts with, like, butterbeer and shit. It's nothing impressive. It's like, oh, a hut serving butterbeer with people that you can tell have been there all day and are very tired. Then you walk like into the little area. They have some actors which like lead you into the forest. The actors are very nice, thank you. Once you get into walking on the forest, they tell you it's gonna be like a 60 to 90 minute walk. We finished this in like 15 minutes, maybe 20. So we're walking down and it's basically just a huge, very nice, it looks very pretty. It is just a huge trail in a circle. It's a trail in a circle. By huge, I mean it's wide. It's a wide trail in a circle. It cannot be longer than a mile, maybe. With a bunch of lights on trees. The lights on the trees were the pretty part. So you're walking through and there's like some little plastic, large plastic like figurines of Hagrid and like hippogriffs, things like that. And then there's projectors of things like the centaurs.
Why do they stare at us? Have they never seen a centaur?
I have not.
The projectors are like kind of cool. They don't fool you. It's not like you're fooling anyone. The projectors were like decent though. There were some cool projectors of unicorns in the very background. I didn't get a video of it, but like that's what my friend and I thought was the coolest, was the unicorns that were like kind of in the background of things, which you may or may not notice. You got to like look up you got to cast a spell for your Patronus. It gave me like a hyena or something that is just a jaguar, that kind of thing. It did not have King Cobra Patronus, I guess, in the data set, because that's fucking my Patronus, bitch. But I get it, whatever. It's cute for the kids.
Okay. Where do I point? Okay. Expecto Patronum. That could have been like a...
And then there was one part where it was the spiders in like Hagrid's den, and they played it up. They were like, this is scary. If you have kids, don't bring them there. It was literally just huge like rubber spiders that were like the size of half of me, like 6 of them that came down, and they wouldn't even hit you. They would go like 6 feet above your head, but they would come down from the trees in like a huge metal box. It was not out of nowhere or scary.
Oh. I don't really want to be hit by one, so I'm like avoiding. I kind of want to touch one though. I don't think I can. Okay. Oh, never mind.
So that wasn't scary for anyone, if I'm frank. Like, there was nothing scary about that. Do not be scared. Overall, unless you have small children under 6, I would say it's not worth it whatsoever. We had to spend like $350 worth of Ubers to get there, because it was like $180 on the way there, $170 on the way back. So that's insane. That is insane. So no, it's not worth it. It was cute and it was an effort, and I don't blame anyone. But when I'm going to LA in a few days, I actually really want to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I need to ask my friends if they want to go with me. If you're one of my LA friends and you want to go with me to like Disneyland or the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I kind of want to go. I've never been, or I went when I was 6. I went when I was with my dad, and he went all bougie and got me like the fast pass and shit, and we had a personal guide in Disneyland or Disney World, whichever one is in LA or like Anaheim or wherever it is. So that was fun. But yeah, I don't recommend that you all go to the Harry Potter thing in New York unless you have a small child under 6 and you want the hell of getting up to the FDR State Park. I said my piece. It's awfully weird. I'm watching CoffeeZilla's video on Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo project that like scammed. I met one of the developer's dogs. Him and his dog. I met a developer and I hung out with, like, he had a very cute dog. So you can watch CoffeeZilla's video, but it's always weird to hear about in my world when like shit goes down with people, and it's like, I hung out with that person's dog. He was really cute. It was like a little Pomeranian. Anyway, I'm gonna get off to bed. I hope that you all enjoy this video.